a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hand.
a beautiful late summer afternoon for football here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
This is where you stop.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. No score after one on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first-down catch on that previous play.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On the move, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Allen. Flush to his right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 2nd and goal. Allen under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Sione Takitaki coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook from 10 yards out. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
It's showtime. They can't stop us. Here we go.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Well, don't put the points on the board just yet. After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. On first down, Allen. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Allen to throw once more. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. To the air, Allen eluding the pressure right. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Vikings send out their punter. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And for an Johnson is struggling. This is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Then complete, right side to Cook. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Allen again. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Despite missing 3 games, Nick Chubb still finished 2nd in the league with over 1,200 rushing yards. It was his 3rd 1,000-yard season, and he's never had fewer than 8 touchdowns in a year. Across the NFL, few backs are as easy to count on as Nick Chubb.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. That's out to Chubb, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. The York on now for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 7. A minute 12 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Now Allen. completes this to Jefferson.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Allen.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now Allen, got to have this one. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Throwing is Allen.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This to possibly force OT. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Allen.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just 2nd down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. Mahomes. Slant to Adams. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
York able to send this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. It's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. What can Allen do now with his drive? He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on third. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Allen now on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This one brought in by Jefferson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Now Allen. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on third.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on third.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Allen.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to keep the game alive. Joseph's got it. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'm back up beat again. Forget the downer stuff.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Here's Mahomes.
And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
And again, it's Chubb.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 70 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Working with a 2nd and 3.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Always got some breathing room. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. And finally, this one is over. We thought it may never end. But that kick puts the exclamation mark on it. Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
have a beautiful late summer afternoon for football here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
First play, first pass for Brady.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
On play action, now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Brady's throw complete there to Evans.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Evans' 1,000-yard streak to start his career remains intact and is now at 8 years strong. And in his 8th season, came a career-high 14 touchdown catches as well. Another similar season, and Mike Evans will cross the 10,000-yard milestone this year. Easy first down pickup for the superstar wideout.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper from 13 yards out. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
as he sends this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the 30 on 2nd down, Brady. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, 63 yards.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 7.
Let's go, man. They can't beat us straight up. Let's go. That's how we eat. Here we go. Let's go, man. We got a big pull. Don't wait on nobody else to make it. You make the push.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Fournette, a first down carry. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Brady to throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Succop for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Browns 7.
Let's go. Play a little aggressive, baby. Get him going, baby. Let's go. Get him now. Let's go, man. I got you, baby. This is your game, baby. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now. It's all fucked up. Come on now.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Mahomes again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. It's caught by Bryant.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Mahomes over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
18 yards for Nick Chubb. And the Browns have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Brady. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
from just shy of midfield. Brady, he'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Brady's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Let's go.
Second and 5 now. Brady on a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. Second and 11. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. To throw is Mahomes. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they'll indeed take a knee. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have third and long coming up.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression?
A beautiful late summer afternoon for football here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
First play, first pass for Brady.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And some space here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
7 yards there and a first down.
Allen really landed in a nice situation when Tampa Bay picked him on day 3 of the draft. He goes to an offense that likes to use more than one tight end. He's got an immediate opportunity to play his way on the field. Plays like that will only get him more looks. A nice first down pickup there.
Running left, it's Fournette. Shifts by him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 35 on second down, Brady. And that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Brady. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a good call there. That brings up 4th.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Now Trask loses it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. We're scoreless after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb running right through him.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They begin with a run by Fournette, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 44, Brady. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the...
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Mahomes now on first down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He gets this to Davante Adams. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now here's Mahomes. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's complete to Adams. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mahomes now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. that his first catch so far. They held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw taken in by Cooper here. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left, didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield, here's Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle to Evans. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Brady now on 1st down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw is Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Succop's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get something going now. Let's go, boy. Let's go. All right, go get him now.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 1:50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Mahomes. Pass complete, it's Adams.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Mahomes will throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Here's Mahomes. Now wasting time going right back to DK Metcalf.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mahomes to throw it.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Mahomes.
And this throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.